Hello everyone and welcome to my beginner's crafting and gathering guide. In this guide I'm going to cover level 1 to 80 for all classes, showing you the best ways to level up, make gear and be self-sufficient along the way, rotations and all that good stuff. As you can see, this is a fresh character I've made for the purpose of this guide. Not even any classes unlocked yet, and only 6 gay gil to my name on this character. So I'm going to show you how we become a master omni crafter from Sprout. And the first step is obviously to unlock the classes. Each of the main cities have some of the crafting and gathering classes. Let's start with Ulda. And this is the Weaver's Guild. You just talk to the NPC here. All these quest icons that are colored blue, it means you're unlocking a feature in the game. So keep that in mind. If you see any quest, it's worth checking out like that, even if it's not for crafting and gathering. So you just talk to all of the guild receptionists. They talk to you a bit, then they hand you a quest. You just go hand in the quest. Also, I want to mention, I've started this character on a preferred server. Preferred servers have this buff called the Road to 70. Experience earned while below level 70 is dramatically increased. So if you're a new character, or a new player or you're making a new character, I suggest starting your character in one of these preferred vaults. For Europe, it's the one on Light Data Center is Twintania server, which is the one I'm on. And we also have made an FC, so feel free to join if you want. Just send me a PM in game or add me. You can see my character name on screen here. On Chaos Data Center it's Spriggan, but I'm not sure about the NA servers. They probably have it too. You prepared to suffer? Yes! No, it's not suffering. I really enjoy leveling, crafting and gathering. And they give you a tool to start with and some shards. Okay, just equip the main tool. And for every class you unlock, make a new gear set. You just go to gear set list, go to the plus and click on it, or press on it on the PS4. And there is this button, recommended gear. It just does that automatically for you. If you have collector's editions of the game, you may have some items that increase experience gained. This one is for experience gained below level 10 by 20%. This Moogle hat is from the Round Ribbon collector's edition, so I equip that for some extra XP. And you save the gear set so you can change to it later. You can also add your gear sets to your hotbar, so you don't have to go to the menu to equip them. And in the crafting guilds you also have a guild supplier, which you can buy materials really cheap. And these materials will last you until level 15 recipes. If we go to the crafting log, we can see all the recipes that you can craft. There is also a material supplier in the marketplaces in each of the main cities that provide even different kind of materials. So when you're crafting, especially these early recipes, if you see a material the guild supplier doesn't have, don't buy it on the market board, just check those vendors first. Or check the online. Gamer Escape has or Garland Tools have all data on items. So just to show you what we start with, we just unlocked the class. Now we can accept the level 1 quest. That's the first thing you should do for every guild you unlock. He needs a spindle of hempen yarn. We can buy the materials for that. We can buy mako grass, really cheap. And The game kinda tries to teach you crafting as well, but I'm not gonna just show any of that. I'm just gonna explain everything to you myself. So when we unlock crafting, level 1 is basic synthesis. You can't do anything else but try to finish a craft normal quality. You have a progress bar and a quality bar. For now we can only increase the progress bar. If you get a craft high quality, I was trying to extend this, so you see. Alright, so if you get a high quality stuff have higher stats basically, so they're more relevant, they're more useful. But at the beginning don't worry about high quality, just try to craft and gain experience. Just use basic synthesis. And this new crafting window just added in Heavensward. Sorry, not Heavensward, I mean Shadowbringers. It's really nice. It tells you the efficiency of progress increased. Like it tells me it's at 100%, which is basic synthesis is at 100% efficiency. It will increase my progress by 7. It tells you that on the window. So you know how many successful basic synthesis it will take to finish the craft. Also worth mentioning, just use any food. It doesn't matter which food, just use any food, because it gives you a 3% XP boost. So just craft a hempen yarn for the guild master. And done. Already level 4. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat this for all of the crafting guilds. I'm gonna unlock all of them. Weaver, Goldsmith and Alchemist are in Ul'dah. Culinarian, Armorer, Blacksmith is in Limsa. Carpenter, Leatherworker is in Gridania. And obviously we cannot craft efficiently without having access to gatherers, so we can gather our own materials, the ones we can't buy from vendors. So we also have to unlock gatherers and level them in sync with our crafters. Crafting and gathering goes hand in hand. I guess you could gather without crafting, you could still be a gatherer and make guild. But you can't be a crafter without being able to gather. We won't be efficient in it. You can, but it won't be optimal. You will get ripped off with materials on the market board. So it's always best to being able to gather your own materials, and that's why I'm going to show you alongside how we do all of them. So unlock all 3 gathering classes as well. Miner is in Ul'dah, Botanist is in Gridania, and Fisher is in Limsa. Same thing with gatherers, you just start with the level 1 quest. Let's not forget about unlocking retainers as well. You can unlock retainers once you've done the level 17 main story quest, Science of the 7th Dawn. You come to any of the retainer vocates in any of the major cities. You can have 2 retainers for free, but if you want more retainers you need to pay. You do it on the Mock Station, additional retainer service, and you can get additional retainer $2 per retainer for every month. If you can afford it, I highly recommend to do as many as possible, at least until you level up. Now, while I was doing the expansion, I subbed to 7 retainers, 7 extra retainers, so just to increase my guild making. But I'm not always subbed to 7 additional retainers, it's too expensive, so only like specific times when a new expansion comes out or something. So you can load character appearance data from your previous character creations and just make them a retainer. It doesn't matter. the thing is how important is the retainer appearance for you, so you can, if you want to spend time making nice characters as retainers. You can change personality, it doesn't affect anything gameplay, it's just for like conversations purposes. And you can give them a name, just call them Guild 1, Guild 2, Guild 3 and so on. Because I really don't have any names in mind right now. They're just Guild for me. Oh, I can't? Someone else took those names? Oh well. We can say my character name and then 1 Irina 1, Irina 2 and so on. Doesn't matter. Just for the sake of finishing this guide faster, you absolutely don't have to have this many retainers. But just for the sake of doing the guide, I'm gonna do all of the 9 I paid for anyway. But if you have at least your 2 retainers, I think it should be fine. Especially at the beginning, it doesn't matter that much. And one of the other goals for this guide is to, once we reach level 80 in the guide, is to make at least 50 million gil. So having these extra retainers will help me show you that it can be helpful, having retainers. Because retainers later on go on ventures, you can have them bring materials for you, for your crafting. That's why, not only for the retainers inventory space, but for the retainer ventures, they bring a lot of materials for you. Once you've unlocked your retainers, come to Limsa Lominsa near the Aetherite. You can find this trouble adventurer. Now we can do this quest and unlock retainer ventures. What retainer ventures are is that you assign each retainer to a class, and depending on their class they can bring different materials for you. You can make them miner, botanist, fisher, or a battle job. The most important is battle jobs, because farming monsters can be really tedious for materials. So it's highly recommended that you have at least 2 retainers that are battle job specific, because when it comes to gathering you can do that yourself easily, but for farming monsters it's really tedious in my opinion. So that's what I would do instead. So if you have 4 retainers, which is, I think you can afford, the average person could afford at least 2 additional retainers. So make 2 of them battle jobs and 1 miner and 1 botanist. Fisher is decent, but it's not as important as miner and botanist. So if you can't afford 5 retainers, you can do it like that. Or if you do 3 retainers, then do 2 battle jobs and 1 miner, for example. So with that quest out of the way, now we can assign retainer class. Just go to the retainer, assign class. Let's make this one Thamutarch, since that's our main job on this character, main battle job. So to get them tools, they need to have at least 1 equipment, main hand equipment, to be able to go on venture. So you just come here to this side, well yeah, for the disciple of hand and land tool. Go to the disciple of land, level 1 tools. We're gonna make miners and botanists, so by level 1. Main hand, same for botanist. And 1 fisher. Also, it costs only 74 gil, but most people don't do research and they don't know that you can buy them so cheap here. So you can just put up these tools on the market board and sell them for higher price. Like for example the miner tool. see the sale history, people have bought it for 10,000 gil. So we can already start making gil with the retainers hired. Let's put up one of each, botanist and miner. And fisher. So that's how you put up items to sell on the market board. You can check how much they are going for right now, and you can check the sell history, how much people have paid for certain items, so you can kind of determine your price from there. You come to the Battlecraft supplier, Disciple of Magic gear, level 1 to 9. Actually, this one in Limsa doesn't sell Thamutarge weapons. You have to go to the one in Ul'dah, the Battlecraft supplier in Ul'dah, for Thamutarge gear. But I can just show you an example, at least level 1 to 9. Never mind, they do sell it, nice. Okay, buy a level 1 Thamutarge main hand. And just equip your retainer with it. It's really important to have your retainer start going on ventures so you can level them up right away. You equip that, and now they can undertake venture. You go to assign venture. First, there are two types of ventures at level 1, hunting and field exploration. Hunting takes 1 hour. Field exploration takes 18 hours. Obviously the 18 hours gives more experience as it's longer. Do the 18 hour before you go to bed at night. So that's the most efficient way. While you are playing the game, keep doing the 1 hour one once. And each retainer costs 1 venture, hunting ones, and fieldcraft cost 2 ventures. To get ventures, we can get it with Grand Company seals, and farming Grand Company seals, I will get into that later in a bit. Once we start unlocking all classes, I will tell you about it. And at level 10 we will unlock quick ventures. Quick ventures, they bring out random materials or items. They bring random items for you, and depending on luck, they can bring really expensive stuff, and when they do bring expensive stuff, you get a lot of experience. So some people prefer to use quick ventures for leveling up, but I would do hunting if you need the specific materials. Otherwise, do quick venture. So I'm gonna assign my retainer classes and send them all to ventures, and then continue unlocking the rest of the crafters and gatherers. For miner, botanist, and fisher retainers though, it's worth mentioning that you have to unlock the nodes before you are able to have retainers bring them back for you. For example, wind shard, I need to gather at least one of it before retainers can bring it. You see, I just gathered wind shard, and if you go to your gathering log, wind shard, there is a check mark on it now, meaning I unlocked it. So be sure to unlock all of the items that you want first with your main character so that retainers can bring it. Also, there is an achievement related to unlocking every single data in your gathering log. For example, if we go to miner, for 150 unique items as miner, you will get this pickaxe at level that you can use at level 60. It's gold, but it doesn't show gold until you start gathering. Just an example of how it can benefit you to unlock everything. And plus, you will get bonus experience when you unlock a new item. And just to quickly go over how gathering with botanist and miner work in this game, in case some of you are totally new to the game. Once you unlock the class, you go to your gathering log. For example, latex, it says it's found in Central Shroud and North Shroud at a level 5 node. So what you do is use this ability called triangulate, make it available so that you can see the nodes. And now you can see the nodes on the mini map, not on the big map but on the mini map. If you don't have triangulate up, you won't see anything. So now you can go and gather. Just make sure to gather everything at least once for bonus XP. The level 1 quest needs these latexes, so get 10 of them. And you just go in between all of these nodes and just gather them. And if you can't find the nodes at level 3, you will learn Arbor Call. Miner has a counter ability that is the same. So you just use it and it tells you on the mini-map where the nearest node is. So you can find it easily like that. And after you gather from one node, it will respawn once you finish 2 other different nodes. Like once I gather from these 2, the one I just gathered from will respawn. So you can just endlessly gather from node to node. Fisher works a bit differently. You will not actually know where to find what fish unless an NPC gives you a hint. But we have a website called XIV Angler. You can just type in the fish name and it will tell you what bait to use, where to catch it, and so on. So for the first fishing quest, we need to catch Lominsian anchovies, and the NPC gave us this bait for it. I think we just catch it near the fishing guild itself. So each fish have different animations when it comes to the fishing rod. Some fish makes the fishing rod tug a little, like vibrate a little bit, like that. Medium fish makes the fishing rod kinda shake a little bit more, and large fish makes your fishing rod bend all over the way down. So you can determine which type of fish you are before even hooking it. And each fish takes a different amount of seconds before the fishing rod starts to tug. So we just caught the Lominsian anchovy. We just need 5 of them for the quest. So this way you can know which fish you are catching. So you can save time by not using hook on the ones that you don't want. Wow, easy peasy. That's the second one. So you just use the cast ability to cast your rod near a fishing spot. And when the animation happens on your fishing rod, you can use hook. And you can use this cast light to see your fishing rod, so you can see easier when it starts biting. And for controller players, you can have your controller vibrate when a fish bites. So you can like watch Netflix or something while fishing and it will just vibrate and you just press hook. For simple fishing, obviously later fish requires different ability setups, so you can catch it easier. We will get into that later. But fishing is can be really chill, like I really enjoy it sometimes. The game has amazing graphics, so fishing can be really joyful. So for this particular fishing hole, it's only small fish, so I can't show off the large tug or medium tug, but we will get into that later. When you use XIV Angler though, make sure you disable ad block site-wide, otherwise it doesn't work. With all of the crafters and gatherers unlocked, it's time to do the Grand Company dailies. They are daily hand-ins that you can do. They give you insane amount of experience. Yeah, you go to timers under duty, next mission allowance, and you see what you need to do for each crafter and gatherer class. And sometimes you see star on some of them. Star means you get double the rewards. And if you hand in high quality, that's double again, so it's quadruple the rewards if you hand in HQ on star. It's insane amount of experience. And I got some HQ latex just to show that off. But don't worry about HQ yet, because at the beginning it's really almost impossible to HQ stuff anyway, so just hand in NQ for the first few levels. And it will also say when these reset. Time remaining 6 hours 1 minutes. So you can see when they reset as well. So you go to whichever Grand Company you are assigned to. For me it's in Ulda. Undertake supply and provisioning missions, and you just hand them in. And you also get Grand Company seals as a reward. Not much at the beginning, but they will increase rapidly later on. And there is a challenge log for them as well that you can get 1000. Also, this is a good way to supply enough Grand Company seals to unlock your mount if you're a new player. Let's go on botanics. I'm level 3 and I'm gonna hand in the HQ latex. Let's see how many levels I'll gain. This is gonna be insane. Bam! 2 levels gained. Okay, I got 1000 flame seals for the challenge log. Awesome. And we can buy ventures with the seals we just got, since we already already unlocked the mount. After you unlock the mount, you can just spend your Grand Company seals on ventures, so you can send your retainers. 11 ventures, yes. Make sure you do these every reset. And later on, we also do HQ for star at least. It's a must. If you can HQ, it's a must for star. It's really insane boost. Alright, that's gonna be it for this part. I'm gonna be releasing this guide in smaller parts first, so that you can follow along, instead of waiting a couple months for me to finish the whole thing, because level 1 to 80 is gonna take a while, especially along with making videos. And at the end, just like last time, I will make it the entire thing into one video. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, favorite, subscribe and share the video. And if you wanna support even more, you can do that on my Twitch or Patreon. Patreons will have early access to these videos. I will release it to them like 1 week prior I make them publish, just to say thanks. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.